Alright, welcome back to another Plan Explain. I've got a new mic, so gonna be different. Playing one table heads up, hopefully I can get on another table to have 6. I guess we call top left. Huh. Let me know if you guys prefer this mic or the old one. While we lost? Okay. Here on this board you can play over better check. I've been simplifying to just 1/3, but I don't... we'll check on a 20. We'll play a little better for the video. And I prefer playing over better check on a board like this. First, this guy is somewhat of a regular. I don't know too much about him, but I see him a good amount, so it can't be that bad. Block 1/3 here. I don't see anything else to do besides besides call. Keep playing the raising, but I should have opened that. That's a mistake. My bad. Also, my PC starts to lag. Sorry about that. I can't really do much. I'm playing on a laptop at the moment, so. And here, I think there's nothing else to do besides check. Yeah, interesting he chose the block here on the turn. I guess I kind of get it. I'm sure he would have bluffed on a spade. Where's this guy here? I guess I'll just check. Here, I'm going to be checking this board high frequency. I think this jack seems like a good type of jack to check. And I'm just going to call here. And I just didn't see him bluffing river, so. Here, I like to play big better check. On a 7, we could check it back. This isn't really everyone, sure. This hand could just pure bet the 9 with the backdoor flush. If you want to check when the queen 9 of clubs would make some sense. But on a 7, I'm sure it's fine. I don't know about the reopen sizing here. I think 2/3 is just, or 75 is fine. I don't know what's going on this table. I'll just go all in. And here I'm just going to call a top pair. Okay. I figured he's not going to be likely to bluff this watch. Here we could play big better check. I think a 4 doesn't mind betting with the backdoor flush draw. Yeah. Keeping his queen X in, I could see that as well. Maybe I'm thinking too much heads up logic here when it comes to betting that 4 for that sizing. But I've been trying to play more check back ranges recently. I think my heads up play made me a little sloppier. With just over C betting everything. Got another regular here, so hopefully. Don't think he'll send me heads up. Oh. So it looks like some tables are going to break. Let me check some of the lobbies. Yeah, there's just nothing really on stars that will not run, even if I sit. Oh, I do not want to leave. So yeah, we'll get some heads up. I'm not going to talk too much about the heads up. It might cost me money. It's like the one thing that will cost me money, I think. But yeah, at least people are sitting now. And here on this river, I think I could see check back versus this tire because he's just going to fold. We're going to be good most of the time, but it's going to fold a lot. Yeah. I wonder, this guy usually doesn't sim me, but I wonder if he does sim me, I will kind of say I think he's going to be on the mid-ear side. Heads up, that's my read at the moment. I haven't played too much versus this player, but 92, I'm just going to B75 on a board like this. Like, it's one of those boards that's tougher to defend heads up. For the big blind, he's generally going to have to make a lot harder call downs than he is going to be 6 max. I'm just going to B75 again on a king, and on a spade, I'm going to bluff river. Just think he's going to be really weighted to a lot of one pair hands. He would have raised the flop with them, and if he wants to hero call me down, it's fine. I'm here raising sometimes. On an 18, I guess we'll call. First, this guy's kind of a reg. I haven't tagged fish, but I should change it. On a 12, still going to do this pure, and like 9's this pure. Okay, you raise me, we'll fold. Versus the overbet. I think queen is high enough to justify calling. It's close, and we're probably gonna lose here unless he has a low flush draw. Here, I don't know. I guess we can call. It might be a fold in theory, but whatever. If this was a different type of reg, I wouldn't mind mixing it up with the flat here, but we all have 76. I think I could size down. Did we win here? Yeah, and that's why calling the queen is good. A lower flush is different, obviously. Can build a checking range on the queen. This guy doesn't seem punty enough. I'm gonna bet a third here. Kind of depressing. I get the snap muck. And here, I don't know, I'm just gonna overbet. If he calls ace high, he calls ace high, whatever. If he starts stationing me, usually these people who station you too much heads up, they just don't know the format too well, so they just station everything too much, and then you can just tone down bluffing, and they just call you way too often. Here with the other backdoor flush draw, I'm tempted to check once. I can't really outdraw a set. So if you're gonna pick an ace jack to check, it makes sense to be this one. Okay. And I'm just gonna be 75 here. Hoping for like maybe an ace of hearts type hand. I don't know. I don't know if I'm really hoping for that. Wow. So no BBJ potential, but basically the nuts. I don't know how bluffy this guy is. If I go all in, does he call? What does he call me with? A jack? Is he calling an ace here? I guess I could see him calling an ace to a smaller size. My start doesn't really make sense. Like, I'm repping like just slow played aces or ace jack, and that might be enough to get this guy to call. But he's on the tighter side, so. He never has that sort of a hand, I think, as played. Or I'll just do it. Here, I would play over Petter Jack, but where's the fish? We'll bet see bet a third. And I'm gonna keep betting. If he has ace jack or ace 10, whatever, but I think overall, when we have an ace, our hand's pretty good. And hopefully no ace jack. Oh, kind of value under self, but it is what it is. Here, heads up can be 75, but on a 20, I guess I'll check. Why not? Okay, we'll check something. For once. I've been hitting a lot of hands, it feels like, but I haven't been getting paid in any of them, just I think. I don't think this one raises. A queen 8, I think it's the bottom. Actually, I don't think this calls either. This is a mistake. This is just a mistake. Playing too much heads up. I'm just going to check here. And I'll bluff now. Why not if he checks? Fuck it. It just can't be that strong. I'll just check. Queen has some showdown if he has like a lower. Okay, good. Thank God. What the fuck's going on? I don't know about those. I think just check folding is okay versus recreational. Ended up working that time, but I don't know. Likely odds are he's going to be continuing to wide and doing crazy stuff. The purple tag usually means the guy's a bit crazy, so. This hand I will be betting a third. If he shoves on me, I don't feel like I'm losing that much EV. Could get bound to check. If he's going to be shoving very, very often. I don't think he's going to be shoving so often. Like, I think I'll shove a king, maybe, but. Yeah. I guess we just call here, because he's just going to rip anything that dominates my hand. Obviously going to fold when he 3-bets, because this is a misclick, but whatever. Just checking to see if I'm recording. Okay, good. I guess I'll check now. Ace 5 into 8s. I folded king 10. Yeah, I was liking my spot here. So what, the ideal results, this guy hits his ace. I don't know about the shove there. I should have thought more about in theory what the correct play is. I have a decent check raise, right? I also think the odds he's bluffing are pretty high. And I block one combo of 8-6. I just expect this to perform pretty well. Like, he's reopening almost never an 8. And I think, like, in that spot, it's really easy to, like, just assume I have no bluffs and not call anything but whatever. If he hears me every now and then. The issue is when the guy starts hearing king's peer. But then it's like, okay, if he's hearing every single king and reopening, then I just stop never bluff those people, and then I shouldn't reveal too much, but yeah, generally that's kind of the idea. Is when you know the type of opponent you're up against, and they kind of range themselves really wide, and they're not calling a lot of, like, how do I say this? It's why in poker I think being like mixing your calls sometimes can be important, or just being indifferent in general with the types of hands you call, like having the ability to bluff catch but not always bluff catching. Okay, here I think I just b75. If I check a king, does he check it back? I just think in this guy's very nitty. I don't think he's calling worse than a king. It just sucks if he checks a king. But I wanted the chance to just spaz here. Because I don't know what this is. I'm going to tank a long time and then go all in. Because I want him to think I'm leveling myself. You see, this is the advantage to checking if your opponent does something stupid like this. But my gut reaction is this is a bluff and he's going to snap fold when I jam. See, I got him. He did this thing where he leveled himself, so that's the advantage to playing weird. I can see a cold. Actually, I think this is always a fold. At the stack depth, it's a little different, but I don't know why it takes so long to bet a third there. It's kind of a red flag, maybe. That might be a bit of a timing tell. Okay, now we have the double gutter. I mean, if he has a flush, he has a flush. Obviously, gonna bluff on a club river, I think. Does he have ace-9 off in this node? Wait, what was the node? Is it even a heads-up node? The sizing makes me feel like it's not. Good thing it worked. Kind of zoned out that hand. Let's focus on the other hand. But yeah, so basically I just kind of thought this guy's nitty. The EV of bet b75 in this river and getting called by like queens, jacks, tens is not as worth as just check shoving on a king. And then having some bluffs. I mean, I could see him still bluffing. He is nitty, but I mean, if you have jack 10 here, are you really gonna check? I don't. I just think all the hands, basically the easy way to explain this, all the hands that are going to call a river bet are going to reopen themselves, so I might as well just check. It's kind of the advantage of when your opponent doesn't bluff catch you either. Like if I know that he's never going to call with a hand that he's not going to reopen, like he's going to reopen king jack, and I think he's going to fold like the undercards like super often. Like maybe he'll occasionally hero, but I can just bet like the middling kings with us to get that type of result. Any hand that I want to play for stacks, I'm more inclined to check. I guess I call here and just bank a 6. Oh, I thought that was an out for a second, but it wasn't. So now queen 10 gets there if he's raising that. 7-6 gets there if he's raising that. I could rep 7-6, but I don't see the point with a 9. Do you think this line is kind of underbluffed? Like if I'm being honest, like the 3-bet flop. But the thing is, it's not really a draw hand. It's not really. I have 7-6. So I think my 7 I expect to be kind of clean. I don't really expect it to be queen 10. It's usually not a drawing hand. The question is, do I call or not? Like, I just don't think we have enough outs, to be honest. Alright, let's run a queen. Like, if a 10 comes off, it kind of still sucks. I'm just gonna fold it. I think I might have donk shoved on that river as a bluff. Like, I don't see what he calls me. I would just go with my read that he doesn't have a flush. He has, like, 2 pair. That could have been a line. If I had a spade, I would have been inclined to do that. But having a spade's bad because it blocks bluff, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird when the 9 comes off. Don't really know the spot too well. My thought process is it's just not really that bluffy of a line, so overfolding can't be that bad. That's my idea. Here, I just guess I bet a third. I could see a lot of logics, but versus the fish, he might be calling too wide. He's going to have a lot of the lower cards that have a tough time continuing on the ace. So. And here, I guess I call once. Gonna check. I think I expect to be good here? Decent amount. Snap check I should be, right? Oh, puke. What happened here? I just checked and gave up, right? Yeah, okay. Probably shouldn't be playing heads up on recording, even though this is a good spot for me. I'm just gonna leave. I don't think this guy's the type of guy to bluff this spot, really, so. So I chop with anything under ace-8. So it's just like ace-10, ace-jack, ace-9, half pot. Ah, whatever, I'm curious. Okay, this guy got me. Like, I think he had a feeling this guy was bluffing. I think I could have called him, but like this guy just doesn't take that spot too often. So just the queen, yeah. Weird line. I mean, I'm not folding the jack there. I don't think he would ever bluff for that line, but yeah. I mean, it's good to know he's leading a queen there. And just like bet 200% pot with the jack. Doesn't make any sense the way he played that hand. I mean, maybe he has his logic, but maybe it's not like that terrible, but I think it's pretty bad. I'm going to we can do both here. I don't mind the 4-bet. Go to 22. I think 2.2x seems pretty good. At this step, maybe 24 is a little better. And I don't mind firing for half pot. It's either half pot or check back, I believe. Because you actually do want to play a check back range, not having a club. But the difference is the queen is pretty high. So like if he floats ace-5 of clubs, we outkick him. I'm just gonna bet half pot here. It's just the issue comes when he rips his ace-x of clubs, which is gonna be pretty often, I guess. So maybe actually this was bad. This probably was bad because I never had a 10. Yeah, I expect that to be a flush draw really often, and I think checking back makes more sense. I made a mistake there. Wouldn't have mattered. He would have hit a club, and I would have folded on the turn. I can't think of any hand he's jamming there that I would have beat on that run out. But I would have saved 22 bigs actually, maybe. Overall, this guy's on the tighter side, and he has a hand like ace-king there maybe pretty often, and my hand's really good versus king. Flatting here is kind of tempting. With the fish behind, it's not like it's the most profitable 3-bet ever. The flatting range doesn't really exist here, but my hand isn't really intuitive to be flatted, so I don't necessarily mind it. Only playing it because of the recreationals in the game. Like, normally this is not my normal strategy on this type of board, so. Like, doing weird shit every now and then, as long as it's not actually part of your strategy, is can make people over-adjust. And it's definitely like a break-even call, if you actually play one. The issue is I don't have a real range. I guess I just shove here, I don't know. I think it might be bad. Yeah. I should let him punt. Especially with the spade, but... Obviously, I mean, you could 3-bet here, but I'm on 14, I'm not going to. Okay, he cashes out. Yeah, I don't know about this. Is this a call? I don't know. So these games are just breaking. I think this guy will play me, but I'm not gonna play one video. So I'm gonna leave now. I don't know if this is a grim. I guess I kind of buttoned him. That's a mistake. Should I join back? Ah, whatever. I think everyone's done it to me. So almost every reg. So. It's just because I'm recording. Got it. 4 tables. I've been recording for 20 minutes. Okay. So you're gonna min click. Gonna just be calling the min click. Where's the big hand I lost here? I lost a big hand. So I obviously got the stack. Where's the stack? Or did I close the table where I got the stack? That was ace queen I lost. I don't know. Yeah, with this table, I got this stack. Probably record for a little bit longer and then end the video. Maybe I'll do a description for this video. Kind of played a little more theoretical in this video, so yeah. I'm just very sloppy with my theory. I don't even think I'm subscribed to the program I usually use right now. Obviously, I like to go to 12 here. I think people talked about this. So here I ISO'd a limp, right? I like to play 1/3 here, regardless of the strategy I had. And I'll just flat this size. Hoping it's a 5. Good flop here. Gonna be playing 1/3 with range, I think is fine. If he bets again, I just don't see it being anything but a queen. I block like the main bluff if he was... Ugh. This size makes me want to call. Like, I don't know whatever I'll call him. Yeah, that's why you have to call, because it's just a fish. Like, scared of checking because he looks too weak, so he just puts in money to basically, like, he's not bluffing, but he just doesn't want to face a bet, so he's just betting with his hand. I don't think he thinks he's going to get called by ace king, but he just thinks checking looks too weak. It's usually kind of the fish block bet thing. Just there's no way if he has a queen there, a fish is going to bet 1/3 on every street. Here you can raise sometimes. I think with... I don't know about these two suits. Raising. Also roll the middling number. Okay, this is a good hand now. Double blocking the double flush draw. So there's an ace-10 to flat twice. It's this one, but like I just don't know if this guy's the type of guy to bluff. I'm gonna raise here. I don't know. I don't know if ace-10 ever needs to raise. Like in theory, this would be a good one. Blocking 10x of hearts. Blocking ace-x of diamonds. I don't know. If he shoves here, I think I just have to call. But like, no, actually no. I don't think this guy ever bluffs this. So it's like, with the ace of diamonds, like, I'm getting such a good price. But it's just always king, queen, or diamonds or something, right? It's never ace-3 or diamonds. You wouldn't just overbet ace-3. I'll call him. I'm gonna call here, even though this guy's the nittiest guy I've ever played versus. He just doesn't bluff, but I could see this type of spot being bluffed, and I need to pick something. Yeah, it's king, queen, or diamonds, as I thought. I can see the check on the river, but I think he's weighted towards like ace-king and stuff really often. Unfortunate. I mean, I think my hand theory is like a pure snap because I only listed that. The issue is he's just not going to take that spot ever as a bluff. And I could totally see fold, but I'm getting an insane price, so if he ever wakes up one day and decides to play decent poker, then I'm pricing to call that. But he's just really hard to have natural bluffs there, right? He has to take a hand without a diamond. But I did block bet, and how often am I block betting a flush? realistically probably not that often. I'm gonna shove here. It's just I could be beat, but yeah, it makes up for some of it. Shouldn't talk too much about the player, but yeah. If your opponent's never bluffing here and you guys play micro 6, I do not mind. Just like that's the one thing about block betting is you can level yourself. But the reality of this situation was, yeah, he's not bluffing too often, but it's like he only has so many hands here that he's bluffing with, right? When I have the ace of diamonds. I mean, to be fair, it's like how often are you overbetting ace of diamonds hands? Like maybe ace king, ace queen of diamonds, but he calls the raise. It's like queen jack of diamonds, king queen of diamonds, and king jack of diamonds. Or like realistically the only hands he's repping. I guess he might have some even lower flushes, and then what are his bluffs? Non-existent. But even then, he needs one bluff for all those value hands because of the price he's getting. But I could see him just never bluffing there. In which case, I guess I'm technically losing, whatever. But if you throw one bluff in there, it becomes probably close to a break-even call. With the, like, what am I getting, like 5 to 1? Anyway, unfortunate river. I was debating just shoving on the turn here. But I think you do not want the ace of diamonds to shove, actually. Just because I felt like his overbet was strong, but I think you would want, like, non-block suits. Like, you'd want him to be overbetting with a hand like ace king of diamonds that just can't fold. But I honestly think in the long run that fold probably is profitable. It's just kind of like, wow. I think here when you 3-bet you're supposed to call. I don't know if I rolled really a 3-bet. I think I made a mistake here, but I'm gonna call now. With the price I'm getting. Double, good suit. Gonna call 1/3 once. I don't feel great about it, but we'll just 2-out him. Oof. Now if he shoves it kind of sucks, but I just don't think he's... Do I have any more like info on this guy? I just want to see what his 3-bet is. Doesn't really change 4-bet. I don't think the diamond's good here. Gives me slightly more equity for flush draws. It's not like a7 suited. It's really a part of his hands. This is the wrong table. I want to look at... I'm going to use full time bank. I'm going to look at like some other hands maybe from... He's the guy who checked king jack. So he was bluffing here. Okay. No, I'm gonna call him because... Oh shit. That's the fast play for queens. Jesus Christ. Unfortunate. I think here it also could be a fold. Damn. Unfortunate. If I just didn't 3-bet this hand pre, I would have been in a way better spot. Ended up costing me a stack. And I don't think it's a 3-bet on the number I rolled. I tell myself I need to just start folding these spots. I mean, in theory, he shouldn't have top set really played like this, because it's like, what are you doing? But it's obviously a recreational. So, doesn't really... Not something I should be really complaining about. So he big bets here. I guess I just go with it. Damn, I'm just getting stacked on every table. Could see folding also, but... Like, can these guys see my hole cards? This is crazy. I'm gonna check here with the ace. I think I should have checked flop, by the way. But we're deeper here, so I'm just gonna call. Huh. I should lean on the ace, maybe. Oh, great card. So now he needs a 6 or a 3 to win. Let's fade it. That's an ace. I got a full house. Huh. And here I messed up not leading river. But I could have made probably like 20 more bigs. I was too in my head about him being like really strong. It was a mistake. I'm not playing too well. Yeah, some like bad calls in this video maybe. Like, this guy's just an unknown. I think there's population's probably a fold, but like, I've seen spots where it's bluffed there, right? And what do I need? Like, I'm calling a pot size bet, so I need 33% equity. What did I have? Like 10%. And then if he's ever bluffing, I have like 70%. So it kind of is okay. And it really is one way or the other. It's either he's probably really over bluffing it or he's probably under bluffing it. In that line, I'd say sometimes the fast plays from fish. Actually, usually the fast plays from rigs that are actually probably over bluff, like bad rigs. I'm just gonna call the jacks here this deep versus player. Okay, so we just need 2 more aces. It's honestly like a tempting reason to call on a board like this. On the bad beat jackpot. It's probably like not technically profitable, but when you factor in everything else, it does add a little bit of EV. If he has queens and I hit runner, I make what 3,000 big blinds. I just don't see how this is a bluff ever. I'm gonna fold here. Oh, probably would have had the best hand, judging by that run out. Who knows? Maybe a king queen. I kind of block bluffs with my hand. And I have no clean river outs aside from that. Even then I'm losing to like maybe he's bluffing king queen. Maybe he trapped something. Do I want to bet this hand? I'm okay. I'm kind of keen on checking it. I think I just call here. He's not calling worse. Oh shit. So yeah, a lot of questionable calls this session, but oh well, sometimes in poker you just feel like a station. Like what was it? It was the 7s hand and it was the hand where I had 2 pair. But I mean I'm getting a good price on both. Maybe not the 7s hand, but the 7s hand it's like, yeah, in a 4-bet pot, queen high board where I'm just shoving queens pure. It's like, okay, what am I calling with there? Obviously ace queen, but 7s is probably the best pair to call with. That's not that, so I can get behind it. Block probably the least amount of bluffs is 7s. The thing is, usually fishes just don't have bluffs in that spot unless they're just ripping the ace king pure, which some do. So I'll just leave here. All right, gonna wrap the video up in a sec because the games are breaking apparently. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. See you guys in the next video.